Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Today, inshallah, we're going to describe one of the lessons in Eng 202, Unit 11.5, page 115. Here we're going to write about a formal report about an event. So our lesson today, inshallah, is going to be about a formal report about an event. This lesson is done by Mr. Essam Subhi, Al-Hidayah, Al-Khalifiyah Secondary School for Boys. Bismillah, let's start. Here we have different topics to write about in our report. Like Children's Festival, Formula 1, Farmers Festival, Bahrain's International Day Festival. And within this topic has been the question for last year. So this one has been the question for last year. Let's see. This has been the question for last year. This has been a question in the final exam. This Bahrain, to write a report about Bahrain National Day Festival. I think that most of the students have already gone there before. You also can be asked to write about a book fair. A book fair. That is the event for providing books for a lot of people. Also Bahrain First Festival. And this festival that all the students go and attend. Let's come to the second one. Here we have the question. The question could be like that. They ask you, a festival for children has taken place recently. A festival for children has been taken place recently. So here you have a festival for children. Write, they ask you write a report about this festival with recommendations, with ideas, new ideas to make it better, to make the event much more better, to improve it next year. You are asked to write 180 to 200 words. So here we're going to deal with the example in our student book. You can open your books with me and follow us on page 150. Here we have the layout. To think about the layout, you need to write 6 paragraphs. Firstly, you need to write an introduction. Then the audience, the people. The audience means the people who attend, adult, children, university graduates, if they are children, which age, then the performers, the performance. Performance means the shows. What has happened within this event? Were there magicians, some of the entertainers, there was a clown, a kind of a play, music, and so on. Then you're asked to write about the refreshments. It means what are the things like food and drinks. When you mention those ones, you can mention the conclusion. What's the general idea about the festival, about this event? Now we come to the last and the most important point. This is recommendations. Recommendations, as I said before, were the ideas to make this event better, good. So you are as if you are giving them advice how to make this event better. I want you to bear in mind that while you're writing, you need to write those headings. So we write the headings. We write an introduction and then a paragraph under it. Then audience and a paragraph after it, a paragraph. Performance, a paragraph after it, and so on for those ones. But when we come to recommendation, you need to write dots, points, 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll see that at least you need to write 3 recommendations. Now let's come to the example within our book and see together. Firstly, we have an introduction. You need to write an introduction and then to write the introduction itself. So you'll give us a general idea about the event, its time, its place, and so on. For example, let's read together. The festival gave a great pleasure to a large number of people, and it brought together the different cultural communities within our city. In general, the sponsors were pleased with the organization of the festival. Most of them wanted to participate in next year festival. So the introduction here, they were pleased about it. It was good. Okay, let's come to the second paragraph. Don't forget, we write a heading and a paragraph. Here we have the second and the audience. What about the people, as I mentioned? The people attending were mainly families, so there were mainly families. Then, however, there were people of different ages. Yeah, not just families, people of different ages. And a large number from ethnic groups in our community. It means from different groups in our community, different kinds of people. The acts appealing to children were particularly popular. So here you're talking about the people who attended the event, families, children, different ages, and so on. Let's come to the second one. The third paragraph, performance. With performance, as I told you, here we have what are the shows. What are the shows? Were there comedians, a clown, magicians, a play, music, reading Quran at first, and so on? What are the how can I say it? What are the things happened within the reading? Even if you are in a book, there are paintings, something like that. What are the performance? What are the shows? Let's read the paragraph in your books. The majority were comedians and children's entertainers, but there was a wide variety of acts over 220 words, 20 countries. Almost all of the performers started and finished their acts on time. Yeah, he mentioned about the time. They started and finished on time. It's okay. This sentence is good. It could be written for all the events. Perhaps the highlight of the festival, the highlight here, the most important thing, was the comedy routine. So there was a comedy routine, a comedy show from an American children's entertainer. So it was the best one. So here, as I told you, you can mention about the clowns, about painting, about dancing, about singing, about reading Quran, about anything like that. So here, write the title and then a paragraph about what had happened. Let's come, this is number what? Number 5. Yeah, this is number 5. No, number 4. Refreshments. So I don't write numbers here, as you see. So no need to write. Previously in the first slide I wrote 1, 2, 3, but here within the paragraph itself you don't have to write any numbers here, just the title like that. Refreshments. As I told you, the refreshments, when we go to an event, you're going to concentrate within the open buffet, food, drinks, juice. While you are just enjoying the time, you need something to eat, to drink. What did you eat? What did you drink? Let's see together the paragraph in your book. Are you following me in your book? Okay, let's read. There were a lot of outlets offering hot and cold food. Yeah, if you need hot food, you're going to find. If you want good food, cold food, you'll find. On the whole, in general, people were satisfied. People were happy with the quality of the food and the service. Yeah, the food was good. But there was a problem. What is it? However, some people complained. Some people were not happy. Why? They were angry that the queues, queue, so they need to wait a long time, were very long. So there were queues. You know the word queues? Very long people standing after each other. There is a queue. As if you are in the school cafeteria, you need to wait in a queue. Students in front of you and backwards of you. So there were queues, were very long at the more popular outlets. The more popular outlets like Jasmine's, if there are McDonald's, something like that, those are popular food outlets, so they are almost all the time crowded, and said that there needed to be a greater variety of ethnic foods. So they need a variety of foods, refreshments. Now let's come to the second point. Conclusion. Now we came to a point that could be general in all events. If it's not a good event, why are you writing about? So I suppose that you're going to say that it's successful. Let's see together. Overall, the festival was highly successful, attracting over 50,000 people. Wow, it was successful, it was good that this number of people come to the event or came to the event. The weather, what about the weather? The weather was good, although it rained heavily on the first day. Most of the performances were excellent and were received by the public. As you can see, we mentioned successful, the weather was good, the performances were excellent. So this is the general impression about the event. How do you feel, or how did you feel about the event? As you see within our report, we used the past simple tense because you are talking about action that happened in the past. So you are asked to use the past, the second form of the verb with ed and so on. Okay, now let's come to the last point and your recommendations. Your recommendations, what are your advice to make the event better? They must be or should be in the shape of dots, points like this. It's not a paragraph. So here your advice. What's your advice to make it better? For example, let's read together the recommendations in your book. Here we have ways of reducing crowds. The most popular events should be considered. So they need to reduce to make the number of the people less. Do you remember how many people were there? About 50,000. So they wanted to make the number less, not this number of people. What else? More signs. Yeah, signs need to be provided and a wider variety of food offered. So they need signs and more variety of food. Then what else? Programs showing daily events should be sold so spectacular. So here they wanted to have a kind of a leaflet, this pamphlet showing what's the program of every day. So they can, if we have for this festival is held for 3 days, something like that, the attendees or the people can choose which day to attend or not. So they need a leaflet, pamphlet to show the program of different days. What else? Here we have special access for mothers with young children could be arranged. So this is very important really, because mothers who have young children need help, need special help, and special access. Not like other people. They can't wait in a long queue. What else? It's very vital to hire more security staff. It's very, very important really. Vital means important, essential, to get more security, to make the place safer. They wanted the place to be safe, especially for children. What else? We must start to advertise the event much earlier. So here they wanted to make advertisement for the event earlier in order to be ready. If you are busy within your work, you need, if you know earlier, you're going to make arrangements to know how to go there. Here also, as I told you, here recommendations. So those are not the only recommendation that could be written. For me, if I'm going to write, I attended an event, I'm going to think about the location. If the location is very near to me, it's going to be better. So I need the location to be in a nearby place. Also the timing of the festival or the event itself, the timing. Sometimes they make an event during the exams of the students. So I want to be able to go. So you need to think about the time. So the location, the time, also the infrastructure or the facilities like toilets, like the infrastructure of the place, the seating arrangements, and so on. The staff, also the security staff, and are they helpful and friendly with the attendees? Moreover, you could think about a place for children to enjoy their time while you are. If it is a reading, for example, it's going to be boring for the children, so they need something to amuse them. So here you are mentioning different ideas, different advice to make the event better. As we said that you need to write the layout like this, as you can see in your books. Page, as I told you before, it is 115. You have to write to follow this layout. I really wish you good luck within your exams. I hope that I helped you to understand how to write a formal report about an event. Thanks a lot for listening to me with my best wishes. With you, Mr. Essam Subhi from Al Hidayah Al Khalifiyya Secondary School. See you next time, inshallah, with a new different lesson within this curriculum or other curriculum. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.